Oh no, camera. That's better. That flash. He's a flash. Right, so inside of the fuel tank, you see I've got a bung in there. Right, so on this side, if we see here, there's a load of powder, a load of bits. It's all tiny bits. Tiny bits in there, but this is where the pump sits, so this is obviously shook in here. So you can see there's a little bolt in there with a rubber bung to stop the rest of the fuel coming through. So we drained this side of the tank, you can see it, look, where there's all the little hole there. The tank allows fuel to come in to the bottom of the pump, right, which is on that bit of plastic there. So we're waiting for the bins to get picked up, so a load of rubbish. You see this side, but there's no sediment. Obviously there's rust on the tank, right, but that is the bottom of the tank. I've had a wee scrape at it and there's no rust on there, so I think all the rust's just been floating about. I had a filler neck years and years ago, and I cleaned out as much as I could. Thought I got it all, to be honest with you. The tank was bone dry and thought I got it all, but we can see how small those bits are. It's not to say they've not came from somewhere else, you know, but the actual filler neck, I've had a wee look, it's intact. So that was done before, but they didn't drain the tank at all, they just changed it. So, and what would happen was is exactly what it was doing now. It was water, but that's rust, so it was water that was in it before, so it was just full of water and rust. But you could basically, what would happen was you could leave the car for a day, it would start and run okay, let it run for an hour, and then when they start again. It runs all day on petrol, and it's the same now. So that's what it was doing years ago. It would run the gas when they run the petrol. The last time it was a combination of water and rusty fuel, but I think the pump's just getting choked with all that rust, so we'll get a hoover out, see if we can hoover all of that up, put the pump back in, clean it on and put some fresh fuel in and see how it goes. Not too much point spending crazy amounts of money on this car at the minute. It's an old car, man. Picked it up on that side and take the bung out, and the fuel's been running in, so, and it looks pretty clean to me, so right, obviously the tank is rusty, but there's no floaty bits in it anymore, so I think we'll put the pump back in there. Ah, camera again, man. So that's the saddle tank, if you like, so you can see that side, no sediment, a wee bit of crud on it, but nothing too bad. So compared to how the passenger side was, and that's the main pump, so this one here has a pipe on it, it's got a filter on it, so the pump for the other side, the passenger side, sucks fuel from the other side into that side of the tank where the pump is, and that's because of your prop shaft and all that kind of jazz. So because it's a saddle tank, that's what it needs. It needs a feeder pipe, if you like. So pause here. Yeah, fans came on for whatever reason. Bill! Big Bill! What a tank. She did take a long time to start, but I've got the gas turned off, so it's definitely on the petrol. That seems better for now anyway. Let it run for a bit and see what it does. I've been getting up lots of portions, but it was running for a while and it had cut out and wouldn't start again. And pulled the fuel pipes back off, and I was only getting a dribble out of it. I don't know if that was just what was left, and cycled the ignition again and checked it again, and it seemed to be flying out it, so put the pipes back on and it's fired back up again. It took ages, but it fired back up. That is petrol. Something buzzing on it somewhere, something's not right somewhere else. So we get a classic Mitsubishi, the gold standard. Yeah, and not bad Mitsubishis, to be honest with you guys, eh? So it's running on gas, right? So the gas is on. Well, we've been in the pump. I've had the pump in and it. Cleaned out the tank. Put it all back together. There was loads of rust. And I managed to get it working again, but it would intermittently cut it. Sometimes it would start back up, sometimes it would not. So, took the heating off now. I can hear the pump in the background, but we should be running on gas. So, I'll press the button, turn it off and see what happens. There you go. Turn the gas back on. There we go. So that pump's struggling to get fuel up for whatever reason, so we'll switch it off and we'll get the new pump fitted. So I've got a new kind of universal pump. It's very expensive for parts from Mitsubishi. All the kind of Japanese stuff at the minute is very expensive for parts. The Japanese car market is through the roof as well, so this is just a kind of universal pump. It looks not bad, to be honest. It looks not too bad. It's got a nice rubber boot on it, so there's a nice rubber boot there. A bit for the top, which to be honest, it might be better than the last one, because you'll see in the video all the connections in here, they're all kind of not rotten, but they're all kind of junk in there. So I'll see if I can get this wired up. So I need to wire this to the assembly in there, the kind of sender unit, so I need to wire that up. It's just 2 wires, so we'll see if we can get it wired, get it fitted and see what happens. Right, that's your new pump. New joints on there, new connections on there, and I've heat shrinked them, so the heat shrink joints should be okay. The last one's lasted, so we'll get it fitted back into this sender unit here. So I've put it on that cardboard, so we'll get this fitted back into this sender unit, and hopefully we'll be all good in the hood. Right, look at all that crap. So I'll get all that cleaned out of there. So I've got all this crap cleaned out of there, jeez. Right, so cleaned it all out, got the new pump unit all built up, wired in, so we just need to fit it back into this quality fuel tank. Ooh, it's not got long left in it. A few more years probably. Right, so we're on, let's see what happens. Let's see. Mobilizers come in. I'll turn this off altogether. Sounds better as well. Right, so I'll leave this running for ages. See what happens. That's upside down, but no matter. So you can hear it all buzzing away in there. That's good. I say buzzing, it is buzzing. The other one was incredibly buzzing, so I think the other one is definitely damaged. So we hopefully have no more dramas with this one. Hopefully all she needs is a wee hoover. Right, so unfortunately we've had the Mitsubishi recovered back in. It's been on the road for about 4 weeks maybe. You can see the plug there, that's on, right, and it is quite difficult to get off, so it should be making a good connection. So we'll turn the ignition on and see if we're getting any power here. Should be, I've never had any issues there. Don't know what the beep is. So the ignition's on, but we might not get power until we're cranking, so. No, we've got power. So we've got power there. So we've got 5V reference on it. So you see 12V, but with the 5V references there, but maybe no turn the rest on until we are cranking. So think I'll just double check which one the 5V feed. The other two are surely just live enough. So, I think test those come off. Go on. Gone. Right, so there. So let's see if we can we're getting any power when we're cranking it. Let's see if we can see. I'll my flash off so I can see it from the front. It's not to say I'm not getting a good connection there. I should give me some backfills. So we've seen that there, so I'll pause here, see what pin we're on there. So that should be the live there, that pin there. So we'll see if we can get a live on earth rigged up again, and I'll see if we can hear the pump going with a direct feed on it. Right, so I've rigged up the battery. We'll see if I can hear this. Nothing. Did. So yep, did anyway, so I'll need to open it up now and see what's going on. Right, I've not been filming there, but right, so I'll show you. I'll put my test lead up again. Right. So I'll hook my test lead up. So you can see the test lamp's lighting up. Yeah, I put that Boomsy pump. Nothing. Good. So take it apart. What's happening? What's up? Right, that's the nut all welded in. Come on, flash. Right, so the nut's welded in, that plate's welded. Right, so and it's welded in there, right, so I'm going to buff it all down now and paint it, right, so I've welded it all up, so I'll buff it all down and make sure we can get the new arm in. It should be fine because we've welded the plate on this side but the plate's on the inside, so the space should still be the same. Right, so I've buffed all that down. Right, so that's tight enough, okay, so I've buffed all that down in there. Maybe need a wee bit more actually. Right, so I'll take the bolt back out. Right, buffed all the welds down in there so we can get the arm in. Painted it all in there as well, right, just to stop it from rotting. And we'll get this bit zipped back up now. Okay, so we have all welded back up. I'll put the big bar on now and see, but it should be pretty tight. Right, I'm not going to go any more than that, and we'll put a wee paint marker on it. And then we can see, so I've put this up here like this so as we can tighten it. So that the bush is in the right place when we tighten it, doesn't get twisted when we start driving. So we'll just check now. There's no any excessive movement of anything in the bush. And that's the right, so that seems fine. Ball joints on, so we'll just get the anti-roll bar link put on now. So, and once that's body shoots, once that dries in, we'll paint it black. Right, we'll paint it black. It's just covering up and protecting the wheels. So we'll crack on here. So we did have the old girl running again, but I'm trying to prevent it from breaking down again. So as you can look in there, I've got two split pins, right, wedged in the back of the terminals to try and stop the terminals from moving. Hopefully they're nice and tight onto those pins in there. So we'll put it back in and see what happens. Right, let's see, because the last time we touched it, torches went dead. So we'll see, because the last time we touched it, the fuel gauge, we had the car started again, but the fuel gauge stopped working, took the car in and out the next day, and the fuel gauge was back on again, so it kind of shows you about the connection issue. So we'll see, fingers crossed. Right, gauge is working at least. Flippy flippy. Cost. So that's it, just been drawing the fuel up. Obviously the fuel lines have been empty. Yeah, that's going in there. Bit spluttery, mind you. Exhaust buzzing on it. Right. The gas is turned off on it at the minute. So I'll put some bolts in it anyway. And hopefully that's it. Hopefully, I mean, I'd need to probably go to the, I can't find terminals there, and I checked my mates, I would probably need to cut the plug off altogether and maybe just put some spade terminals on it. The problem there is the spade terminals, that plug on it's got two ribs on it, two little tabs to stop the plug from coming back off. You know, you go over a bump, so it'd be better if we could try and get the right type of plug fit. It's just what happens when we're getting to this age now, 2005, parts discontinued, etc, etc, etc. So I'm going to switch the car back off again. We'll just leave it for a minute, and we'll just need to see how we go. To be honest, we'll just need to see how we go with this. I can't guarantee it's never going to chuck it again. Hopefully next time it chucks it's a bit closer than Dumfries, because it was miles away. You know, and the customer who, it's his son that's driving the car now. So, but the guy that used to have it, he says to me, yeah, actually, you know, he was out and about in it, and it failed to start. He come back out for his dog walking out, and it failed to start. So he phoned AA, he tried starting it, tried it, it wasn't going to go, so he phoned AA, he's got a breakdown cover. So they came out, and the guy in the AA truck says, just try and start it, mate, and it fired straight up. So that was probably an indication that something wasn't right. So, and then it never did it again until, of course, till they went further afield, and then it broke down when they were miles away. So we'll move this now. So it broke down when they were miles away. So, but I'll it's now 6:30 on a Saturday night, so I'll not be doing any road tests in it tonight. I'll wait till I've got more time on Monday, I think, then we'll go and take it a decent run. Better taking it round to my housing estate, man, as well. All you speed bumps in there, so you know, that lasts over all those bumps. Hopefully, you know, hopefully that'll be it. But like I said, can't guarantee it. So we'll go and we'll check and start again in a minute. And then obviously if we start on Monday, put the seats back in, put the covers back on it, and hopefully we'll not need to be back in there for a while, or again, ever. But it's getting on now, so obviously we've had to weld that subframe up as well. So I did the suspension arm on the other side, and I just soaked it and turned it back and forth, turned it back and forth, turned it back and forth, and eventually we got it out. I think it's probably just been trying to go too fast and just broke the captive off. Oh, there you go, there she goes. Right, well that's one Mitsubishi running again, and hopefully it will stay running. So we'll just need to see how it goes. So if you haven't already, have a big thumb, hit subscribe, man, have yourselves a great old weekend, okay? You can tell it doesn't get driven very hard, man. Look at all the water coming out the exhaust, Jesus. So I just probably toots a boot in it. Jesus, man. That's just water. That's just water built up in the exhaust, man, eh? That is all that is. Nothing else other than water. H2O, man. Yeah, water. So, there you go. Haven't already. She's need a good old run. Hit the farm, hit subscribe. Have yourselves a great old weekend. Right, so chucked it again this morning, but I've been shaking this pump with that. I'll try to get it to break down. I'm glad it doesn't seem to want it to break down anymore. It'll probably go, right mate, that's it, been running all day, come and get it, and no start or something. At the minute it's working. So, what can you do? Right, so obviously you've all seen me shaking the whole pump. I've since then put all the nuts, take all the pipes back off, take all these, I even gave these a wee teep just to make sure. I don't know what's happening here. Seems to be every time it stops working, you take it out, it's working again. So it's been running for, I last spoke to the customer for the guy in picking up some parts and stuff like that and just chatting. So I've been here for a wee while. Well, he was in and took this back off, and I took the pipes back off, took the plug back off, and put the plate back on it. And it's been running for about another half an hour again. So, and obviously I was shaking all of that, so I'm going to move all of this out here at the minute, and I'm going to move the car off the lift and park it outside and leave it running for a bit. See what happens. Right, so it's still going. It's been running away for hours now. It's now 12:30, so it's been running. Other than the one time it cut out, it's been running all day pretty much. So I take the pump back out, put some power in it, went, oh, what's going on? It's working. Put it back in. It's been running ever since. So see how it goes. See how it goes, I think. Put the seats and that back in it, but I have had a road test in it and that, so see how we go. It's still running on the petrol at the minute. I think I'll put it onto the gas and leave it running in the gas for half an hour and see what it does. That's the gas. We'll see what happens here. All good, so we'll leave it running like that for you and see what it does. Switch it on and off and see if it starts back up normally. Right, so it's got a completely different sender unit in it, and it's been running for about an hour. You can see all the water that's coming out the exhaust, so we've still got those lambdas to do. So I've not obviously put anything back together yet. I've still got the clamp to put on it. I was just really curious to see how it was running. I'm not 100% happy on that pipe. But it's stayed on, so I do need to take it back off again to put the bloody clamp on it. I was just to put the clamp on, but I was dubious. I was dubious, to be honest with you, whether that pump was working or not, but it's good quality original Mitsubishi part. It's still working, so hopefully it's never been contaminated with rust like the other one. But what we'll do is we'll park the car outside now, leave it, and start it up again later, make sure it's all good. So the old Mitsubishi, so put that other sender unit in it. It's been parked there all day from this morning. It did start up and then cut out. Start up, put it into reverse and it cut out again, but I started it up and let it run for a minute and it seems to have righted itself. So I've not transferred any fuel. I've not put any fuel in it. Obviously the fuel, most of the fuel was in the driver's side, that side there. So I think it's fixed, but obviously that is an old second-hand part. What's went wrong with the other one, I don't know. Regulator or something, maybe, really no idea. So I'll leave this running for maybe 5-10 minutes, then we'll take it from there. See, we'll put the windows in a wee bit, and we'll take it from there. Really, we'll see how it goes. Right, so great success. The vehicle has made it to Chapel Hall. I mean, it's probably not getting any tax or MOT, but so be it. So be it. It's made it here. Didn't do any of that other kind of, it started and cut out when I initially started it about 5-6 o'clock, started it back up, cut out again, started it, and it's been running ever since. Well, not ever since. I ran it for about half an hour, switched it off, and then it's now about 9:30, I think. I started it up maybe about 15 minutes before I was due to leave. still running, so I just jumped in it and it's been fine. So we'll see. So fingers crossed, and we're not on gas. I've not touched that, right? That's off. So we'll leave that for the time being. So we're down there under a quarter tank, so obviously like I'd said, I haven't, this side of the tank was like basically about that, right, so the tip of your finger, there's the other side full, right, so when I'm showing a quarter, that's probably about right, you know, say full, it's probably no full, so it's probably 3/4 full or something, but it should pull it over to here, you know, when it needs it, draw it through, send it to the front, draw it through, balance the tank it, so, but that's not what's been happening, it was just sending it all to the driver's side, so hopefully now, if that sender unit, it's a testament to Mitsubishi, that sender unit, I mean, very, very old, never been apart, still it's original Mitsubishi pump, the scrapyard whoever done it, they just chopped the plug and everything, so, and they even gave the guy the wee plate that went with it, so that was good. There you go, hopefully the Mitsubishi, hopefully now that's her done, hopefully. 2 lambdas to do, but hopefully the running full is done.